Hola, first graders. Happy Friday. Are you ready to continue our writing from Wednesday? All right, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and review what we worked on Wednesday. So I want you to take a second to think about what did we work on Wednesday? And when you have an idea, show me a silent thumb. Awesome. All right, I see a lot of thumbs up. Let's go ahead and talk about what we worked on Wednesday. Well, friends, we wrote opinions about the best food. Okay? And remember, an opinion tells how someone feels or thinks about something. An example that I used the other day was purple is the best color. It's just the example that I used. This is not the one that I used in my writing, but it's the example that we're using to talk about what an opinion is. We also gave two reasons explaining why. Remember, these are supporting details to explain why we think about our opinion. So let's go ahead and continue to read what I wrote on Wednesday. Now, on Wednesday, you can see in red that my opinion says tacos are the best food. My two reasons that I gave are in orange. They are delicious. You can make them with chicken or steak. Okay, let's keep on learning to see what we're going to do today for writing and how we're going to make this opinion piece even better. Our goals for today are I can use an opinion and reasons to write about the best food. I can write a closing sentence. I'm going to read that one more time. I can use an opinion and reasons to write about the best food. I can write a closing sentence. First graders, can you take a second to whisper what our goals are for today? What are we going to work on? On three. One, two, three. I can use an opinion and reasons to write about the best food. I can write a closing sentence. Awesome. Give me a silent thumb when you're ready to keep going. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and review what an opinion is, and I had just shown you my little chart of what an opinion is, okay? But let's just go back and reread so that it's fresh in our brains and we continue to learn and make our writing better today. An opinion tells us someone feels, thinks, believes about something. And the example that I used on Wednesday in my writing, we just took a look at that at the page before this, is that tacos are the best food. And remember, an opinion is what a person thinks, and you don't have to agree with me, and that's okay. But it's what I think, it's what I believe, and I think that tacos are the best food. I want you to go ahead and grab your reading journal right now if you don't have it, and turn to the page where we left off on Wednesday. Now, I want you to take a moment to just go back and reread what you wrote down on Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now with my writing. So go ahead and grab your writing journal and silently read in your brain, or you can read it out loud, whatever is most helpful for you, friends. Okay, tacos are the best food. They are delicious. You can make them with chicken or steak. Going back to our goals today, we are going to add two more reasons. It says at the top there that we can use an opinion and reasons to write about the best food. We wrote two, and we're going to add two more today for a total of four reasons. Okay, our supporting details. And we're also going to talk about our closing sentence and how we're going to include that in our opinion writing piece today. All right. I just asked you to reread your writing, and I have a copy of mine up here on the screen as well. Tacos are the best food. They are delicious. You can make them with chicken or steak. Now, my opinion is in red. Tacos are the best food. And my reasons are, number one, they are delicious. Number two, you can make them with chicken or steak. Remember, today we're going to be adding two more reasons of why this is the best food, and we're going to be talking about a closing sentence today as well. Okay. Now that you have reread your writing, I want you to take a second to think about what two more reasons can you add explaining why your food is the best food. So think of two more reasons. And when you have those two reasons, when you show me a 2 on your chest, and you're going to be using the sentence frame, blank are the best food because. Remember, you are used to turning and talking to your partner in the classroom, but it's okay. You can share with a family member, you can share with your stuffy, or you can share with your pet. I've been sharing my ideas with my pet Coco this week, and so you can do that as well. So take a second and think about the two new reasons that you're going to add to your story today. And when you're done, just show me a silence. I'm waiting there quietly. Awesome, first graders. Okay, I know that you have a lot of ideas in your brain today, and I can't wait for you to add them to your writing today. So, my two extra reasons that I'm going to be adding to my writing today in my writing journal are number one, tacos are spicy, they are soft or crunchy. Now, tacos, you can either have them soft with soft tortillas, or you can buy crunchy tacos that are already ready for you to go to put the meat inside. So that's why I wrote that they are soft or crunchy. Depends on what I want for the day, but love having that option of which one I can have. So those are the two new reasons that I'm going to be adding. Tacos are spicy, they are soft or crunchy. Okay. On Wednesday, we wrote down our opinion and two reasons. Today, we're going to be adding two more reasons, and I just gave you my new one. So we'll go back and reread what I have. Tacos are the best food. They are delicious. You can make them with chicken or steak. My two new reasons that I just added, okay? Tacos are spicy. They are soft and crunchy. We added two more reasons to explain why tacos are the best food. You will also be writing your closing sentence today, okay? Thinking about how we're going to end our writing. We are going to use a closing sentence. And the closing sentence lets the readers know that we have come to the end of our writing piece. You were also able to do this during your nonfiction writing when you wrote your research projects about animals, right? One of the stems that we used for our research papers were the most interesting thing that I learned about sharks is, and then we gave a fact to end our writing and let the reader know that we were done with our piece, our writing piece. And we're going to be doing that again this week for this unit to end our writing, our opinion pieces. So in my first sentence, I wrote my opinion. I said, tacos are the best food. For my closing sentence, I'm going to remind the reader, okay, about why tacos are the best. So I said, that is why tacos are the best. Now that's one example of how I can end my writing piece. That is why tacos are the best. So I'm going to go ahead and circle my closing sentence. This is what I'm going to be adding at the end of my writing. Okay, I've written my two extra reasons, and now this is going to let the reader know that we have come to an end of our writing piece. Because if we don't end it, kind of left open-ended, and doesn't make sense in our writing if we do that. We want to make sure we let the reader know that we have ended what we have written for the day. Okay, so now that I've shared my example of a closing sentence, I want you to think about what closing sentence can you use to remind the reader of your opinion. So take a second to think about that and how I could maybe use different ideas or different ways to close my writing while talking about tacos being the best food. Well, here are some other ideas that I can use. or my closing sentences, I can do tacos are the best. The most wonderful food of all is tacos. There's no better food than tacos, and tacos are fantastic. So those are all different kinds of closing sentences that I can let the reader know that I've come to an end. And I want you to think about what you're going to be using today as your closing sentence as well. Okay. I have added my closing sentence to my writing, and that is in blue. I'm going to go ahead and show you where that is here on my piece of writing. It says, this is why, oops, I made a mistake. I said grapes. And again, my favorite food is what? Tacos. It said that was the best food. In writing, writers can make mistakes, and that's okay. I probably was thinking about grapes, but I meant to write tacos. That is why tacos are the best. So I'm going to go ahead and scratch that out. And I'm going to write tacos. Excuse me, first graders, while I fix this. I'll go ahead and write tacos at the bottom here. So that's where I'm going to add it in. Tacos, and it's gonna go right here. It's okay to make mistakes. Remember, making mistakes makes my brain grow. So this is why tacos are the best. Is a closing sentence that I included in my writing. Okay. So now, what closing sentence are you going to be using today? Think about the examples that we used with my type of food, tacos, and now how can you use it to create your closing sentence to tell the reader that we have come to an end. Take a second to think about that right now. All right, and when you're ready, you can go ahead and share with your family member, your pet, or your stuffy. When you are ready to go, give me a thumbs up. All right, friends. Now it's your turn to try it out. You did this work with me throughout my writing and in my writing journal. And so as you can see, I've included my closing sentence here at the bottom and my extra 2 reasons in orange. So today during independent writing, that means your time to write, you're going to not write your name and date because you were going to use the same piece of writing that you used on Wednesday, which was for April 22nd. But you're going to add 2 more reasons and explain why your food is the best for a total of 4 reasons or more. You can add more if you would like to. You're going to include a closing sentence. You're going to check your work. You may use your word wall. You can check for capitals. You can check for punctuation. Remember, are you asking something? Are you telling something? Or are you showing expression? Think about the different punctuations that you can use. And ask yourself at the end when you read, does my writing make sense? When you are all done with your writing, go ahead and read it to someone, okay? Make sure that you have checked your writing. But when you finish, you can ask yourself, what did I learn in writing this week? And you can use the sentence stem, I learned, and then share with a family member, a friend, your pet, or your stuffy, okay? Now, when you finish your writing today, If you have enough time and if you're up for it, go ahead and grab some crayons, some markers if you have some, and use the top part of your writing piece to sketch a drawing, okay? And when you are sketching across your page today, you can add labels and speech bubbles. Remember, labels tell us what is in your sketch, and the speech bubbles tell us if there are people speaking. And when you're all done, you can use your markers or your crayons to color your illustration. Friends, we're going to continue to talk about opinion writing in the next couple of weeks. So I'm so excited to be able to do this again with you next week. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. Rest up, stay safe, and stay healthy at home. And I will see you on Monday, friends. Have a great weekend.